great-grandfather child. He was a clothing merchant. He could see more money in that than gold mining. Then he bought a property in the Riverina, some 33,000 acres. They moved from Abnell to Mickleham in 1934, and that's where it all started for us kids.
I started milking cows when I was 3 years old, by hand. I still can remember it. When I was 3 in 1944, they got the milking machines, and I went down mill, but I could change the cups and everything what it was for.
I started my life off on getting up, racing down and feeding me pigs, racing back, getting in my school uniform, quickly have me breakfast and run to the front gate to catch the bus by 7:30 in the morning.
The young ones today got nothing to do. They go to school, they think they're tired, I've got to go do this.
Well, I suppose when you're brought up in the farm, you don't know anything different.
My father's family, they were originally from India before the partition and before independence in 1947. They were part of that whole migration happening between the Indian side of Punjab and the Pakistani side of Punjab. For thousands of years, people of different faiths, they coexisted. As soon as the partition happened, there was this sense of insecurity on both sides. There were Hindus and Sikhs stranded in a Muslim majority country, or there were Muslims stranded in a Hindu majority country. It was a mass displacement. The trains were being set on fire. They were being attacked. People were being pulled out and killed randomly. It was one of the biggest crises that Pakistan faced, a sudden influx of 10 million or so, refugees.
When we were kids, we had plenty of entertainment, like bring a heifer in, we want a bit of rough riding, so we'd bring a heifer in and let her out of the cow shed and go for a ride, see how long we could stop on. Superman. Or go and ride the pigs.
So the neighbours had pigs. They'd say, we're going to chase some pigs. We grab their tail and get skidded around the yard. Come home, mud everywhere. You been over to the neighbour? Yeah? You've been chasing them pigs? Oh, we had fun.
We got ordered out of the house when we caught the goats and rode them. We had billy goats. They smelt shocking. You've been riding the goats again? Get outside. Go and get changed.
The old residents of Craigieburn, with the new developments, are probably a feeling of a new lifestyle being enforced upon them. They'd probably feel cornered. And it's not just about land, it's your connections, your way of life, the way you see things. My ancestors were pushed off their land in India into Pakistan, and then we were pushed off our land in Pakistan to Australia. So I think I can really relate to being pushed off.
I've seen a lot of changes. We used to have 9 people working for us. Now it's done by 3 of us. It's sad, really, to think there's 5 milk trucks that used to come up our road picking up milk twice a day. If we went back when Mum and Dad first bought the place here, they had to find their own person to sell their milk to or supply the dairy. And then they brought in milk contracts. I rang them up and when we got the first cheque, I said, you've made a mistake in our money. Could you imagine you're getting $5,000 for the month and you get a cheque for $1,500? And we wondered what hit us.
A lot of people think that you migrate for better economic conditions or opportunities. It was not like that for us at all. We were very happy financially, probably a lot better than we are right now. We were living in a place which was a newly built gated colony, and the kids are outside early morning, And Nadia just comes in for a second and she returns back and she can't see Musti. It was hours later that we got a phone call and they said they'd taken Musti and started giving instructions on what we should do. And come with this much, don't tell the police and don't involve anybody, don't let anybody know. There's a point when they said that they're moving towards Iran, and that was really scary. We were like, this is like third or fourth day, and I was like, what if they cross the border?
My mother taught us all to cook and look after kids if anything went wrong.
The meal, we thought of a soup, roast lamb with cauliflower and baked potatoes, probably peas or beans. And Trace will do the cake.
The cook, Kate.
And we'll sit there and watch him. No, we don't watch him. We get out of the road, get right out of the kitchen and leave him alone. Because if we put our head in the door and say something, we're in trouble.
I was thinking of making aloo gosht, which is potato and meat curry. You know, if you were ever invited to somebody's house for dinner, there was always aloo gosht and palau or parathas. It's very special. It reminds me of my mum. It reminds me of my family and life there when I was growing up, I would say. For the curry, you warm a little bit of oil, put chopped onions, add ginger paste, turmeric, dried coriander, garlic paste. You fry the meat in it. An important thing I always keep in mind, right at the end, I always add chilies and fresh coriander and leave it to simmer. Because then it doesn't become too hot, it just leaves a flavor. Because chilies have a very nice flavor.
I'm looking forward to meeting Omar and Nadia and their family, and I hope they accept us as well as we will accept them. I hope they don't think we're too old-fashioned and too staid in our ideas. Oh, we'll have to scrub ourselves up and get into our dinner sets.
I'm actually looking forward to hearing their stories.
Nice to be serenaded.
I think they're going to like it. You can't not like a good aloo gosht, you know. I'm just going to be very careful about the chili. 2 teaspoons of red chilies. And these go right at the end for the flavor of the fresh chili.
The meal what Nadia put on it had just enough spice in it, and I could have kept eating it all day and all night.
Really good. Beautiful.
Sponges were a real hit. There was nothing left, not even a crumb on the plate or on the floor.
50 years ago, there was always seats along the wall for the girls and the boys to sit. The girls that side, the boys this side.
If you liked the girl, you could put your arm around her and give her a nice cuddle and dance away.
Some girls like milking an old cow. They bang, crash, crunch. But some girls just floated around the room if it was just on glass.
When I first went to dance, I had to dance with a broomstick.
Broomstick.
And when I learned dancing, I had to be the girl.
I suppose what made me learn to dance, I wanted to take this girl out, and the only way I could take her out if you could dance.
Them days you went out to enjoy yourself and you could get a dance with any girl.
1, 2, 3.
Kick.
1, 2, 3.
Kick.
Hard to remember what the woman done. One. And again. 1, 2, 3. Like this. And what's your feet, Omar?
This is the spin.
You
Okay.
get a girl that can do the modern waltz properly, it is absolutely a beautiful dance. It was a fantastic night. It took me right back to the old days.
Thank you.
Parents lucky I got dressed up for you.
You were fabulous.